What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Brawling John with another episode of How to Play. And on this episode, we are focusing in on a very special Baxcalibur team. Now, this Baxcalibur was created in a lab, a secret lab, my house in particular, where it was specifically engineered and designed to be really strong in the Regulation E format, and here's why. First and foremost, let's talk about typing, right? Dragon typing this format actually has a lot of strengths. We're talking about being able to resist all the Ivy Cudgels that are out there, all the grassy glides, all of the fire, water, grass cores that are just running rampant. Baxcalibur does pretty naturally well into those. Now, ice as an offensive typing is really strong as well. A lot of Ogerpons that are grass types, a lot of Landorus. Landorus is a very, very high usage percentage Pokemon right now. So Ice Dragon is actually pretty good here. I do know that Flutter Mane exists, of course, but this team has a lot of answers to Flutter Mane. So let's get into the heart and soul of this team. This team is about setting up your Baxcalibur for success. Now, Engine A is Baxcalibur plus Clefairy. The reason why our Bax is Terra Ghost is twofold. For one, we want to dodge those pesky Drain Punches from Iron Hands, and we also want to be able to dodge Fake Out from Rillaboom, Iron Hands, and all the Fake Out users in the format. The reason for that is next to Clefairy with Friend Guard, a very safe turn 1 play that you can make in front of an Iron Hands or Rillaboom, anything like that, is Terra Ghost, Dragon Dance, and Follow Me. What that's going to allow you to do is it's going to allow Baxcalibur to live almost any spread move. It's going to dodge the Fake Out. Clefairy's Friend Guard is going to help absorb all that damage. And once this Baxcalibur gets to +1 speed, it is very difficult to deal with. This Baxcalibur is EV'd in a way that at +1 speed, it outspeeds max speed Jolly Chien-Pao and Flutter Mane, which is a really important benchmark. At level 100, it hits 409 if I'm not mistaken. Really good stuff after Dragon Dance. And then once we get off our Dragon Dance, now it becomes about protecting the President and controlling the board state. Breaking Swipe is a strong spread move that lowers your opponent's attack stat by 1. This is really gonna stop them from pivoting too much. On top of that, we have the Clear Amulet, which means when your opponent is cycling in the Intimidate, all the Hisuian Arcanines, all the Landos, it's not affecting us. Icy Wind, not affecting us. Strength Sap from Sinistra, not affecting us. Clear Amulet is going to protect you from all of that. And that's why this Baxcalibur set is so good in my opinion. Now, the Ice Shard is here to deal with Landorus because a lot of Landorus has Scarf. So sometimes in front of Lando, you just want to hit it with an Ice Shard if you have the feeling that it's not going to switch or if it's going to go for a U-turn. A lot of Scarf Landos love to go U-turn, so boom, just pick it up with an Ice Shard, right? Clefairy is pretty simple, pretty straightforward. Follow Me, Helping Hand, Life Do Protect, nothing crazy. Sinistra in the back allows you to swap out the Clefairy and heal the Baxcalibur. It also gives you some important resist. It helps in the Urshifu water matchup. Matcha Gotcha is really strong move. It helps out versus Iron Hands. We have our own Scarf Lando. This once again helps us versus Urshifu. It helps us versus Flutter Mane because a lot of times we can outspeed and threaten with a one-hit KO Terra Blast. Heatran is essential to this team. If you're looking at the team preview and you feel like your Baxcalibur is not your win condition, then that means Heatran is your win condition, right? Heatran plus Hands is very strong. The Hands on this team is Terra Fire, so that it can deal with Flutter Mane 10 times out of 10. Also, the Terra Fire is really good for eating up Ivy Cudgel from Fire Ogerpon, which is a very prevalent threat in the meta. So this team has some really standard support built around a really unique Baxcalibur, in my opinion. I think this Baxcalibur is amazing. So guys, use the rental code. I am going to post a Pokepaste in the comment section below because I know on my last video you guys got a little upset that I didn't post the spreads. So you know what? For this team, since I built it, I'm gonna go ahead and put the spreads right in the comment section down below. Now, how you guys can thank me, drop a like, a comment, a sub. I am a small YouTuber, so every single like and sub means the world to me. thank you guys for clicking the video. I hope you guys enjoy the games. Baxcalibur goes absolutely insane. So thank you guys for watching. Enjoy the rental, enjoy the pace, enjoy bringing Baxcalibur onto the ladder. Yeah, alrighty, here we go. And this looks like the opposite of fun. It's screens plus Lily Cole with double intimidate. This is just like actually impossible for me to play. It might be. How do we play this? Scarflando, the problem is Lilligant, right? So I mean like Heatran plus Iron Hands is probably my best play here. I can have my own Lando in the back. And then do I want the Teacup or do I want Baxcalibur here? This is so tough. Because there's so many different ways they can just pressure me for free, and like with the double intimidate, it's really, really tough, right? I almost wanna, yeah, I'll keep Bax in the back since they have a lot of intimidate here, and I'm clear Amulet. But this is a god-awful matchup. Covering for double intimidate and covering for Lily Cole is just actually torture, and screens on top of that. This is the type of team that does really poorly versus like the meta. But it's really good into me. So, let's see how it goes. He just leads double intimidate, actually. Kinda monka. The double intimidate lead. Dude is gaming. Dude is definitely gaming. So now, I have fake out pressure, right? So I can fake out one of these mons. Now, they both pressure the Heatran, so I think I have to Terra Grass here. So I think I am just gonna go Heat Wave into these slots, and then, man, I could just Wild Charge the Gyarados here, like just absolutely make a call. I am gonna fake out and that's the one he switches to. Unfortunate. What is he switching into here? Is this Fluttermane? Oh, it's Grimmsnarl. So he went double intimidate with screens. So this is going to be a monster of a game to compete with. Now, the Gyarados is probably going to start spreading like T-Wave and stuff because that's how these teams win. They just rely on RNG and not getting crit. Fake Out goes into the Grim here. Yeah, there goes the T-Wave. T-Wave missed. Kind of good for him, but it looks like Heat Wave double connects. I would love to get a burn on Gyarados. That'd be really nice. No, he's Leftovers Gary. Now, does double intimidate, so like I can go for Protect here, right? I can go for Protect, and then I could go for Wild Charge into this Gyarados slot, but he could also just swap it out into Lando, right? So I think I'm gonna Protect and then swap into my Lando here. Because what that will do for me is it'll reset the Iron Hands for later. This will allow me to pressure with Rock Slide, which will give me a chance to flinch the Gyarados. At least, which is pretty good. So we get an Intimidate down onto the Gyarados, Intimidate down onto the Grimmsnarl here. Grimmsnarl's gonna go for screens 100%. I know the playstyle. I called the T-Wave. This is... Oh, wow. He went for Fake Out. Wow. Okay, never mind. I feel like screens was probably the play there, but it's okay. And they go for T-Wave into Heatran. Yeah, so they really want to get that T-Wave onto the Heatran, and I can't blame them necessarily here. Now the question is do you stay in on the Gyarados, right? So I think I'm going to Heat Wave. And I guess I'm going to Rock Slide here. I think I am just going to go for the Rock Slide flinch because he's playing towards RNG, so I'm going to play towards RNG. Yeah, he's going to switch out into his Lando. That's totally fine because now his Lando is going to take a Heat Wave from me, right? He gets the Intimidate down onto my Lando. That's fine. He parting shots the Heatran. Okay, that's where this is going to get deplorable. Because if he's not even screens and he's just parting shot double intimidate, then this is just literally going to be, can I land one crit that wins me the game? Teams like this are such RNG, and I'm not going to lie, they're a little unfun to play against. But here we are. Like, right now, if I crit this Gyarados with Rock Slide, right, he loses. It's just such a... It's such a Monka strategy, and instead of me critting, I actually just get the full miss. No crit here. Heat Wave comes in. Does, like, no damage. Can I get a burn? Yeah, no crits, no burns. So he's absolutely destroying me in the RNG department here. He is destroying your boy. Now, I could protect switch to hands here. A little predictable, but it's kind of okay. Really, I think I want to get this Baxcalibur in. Is Baxcalibur threatened by the Gary at all? Because I'm clear Amulet, and then I could really start applying some pressure here. I think I will protect the Heatran here, and I will swap the Lando into Bax, I think. Or should I just go Iron Hand so I have the fake out pressure here? Yeah, let's go Iron Hands, because you know what? Iron Hands will have one turn without Intimidate, and I feel like I can win this game with Baxcalibur in the back if I can just get all his Pokemon pretty low, or if I could get the free switch into Baxcalibur, right? So here we are playing the T-Wave game. He might call my switch and like Stomping Tantrum. He just goes for U-turn. That's fine. And then he's going to go for T-Wave, which T-Wave into either slot won't work. But let's see what he does here. Alright, he brings out the Grimmsnarl. Okay. Gyarados goes for Icy Wind. Okay. So now becomes the question, right? Because there's a couple of different ways we could go about this. I think... could fake out the Gyarados, but he might just swap in the Lando. He's gonna, like, Parting Shot and switch here. The question is just who do I get damage into, right? I could go for a Heat Wave and fish for my burns again. Because I'm going to get paralyzed. I can't really play around it. Now, the question is do I fake out or do I call hard switch-ins here? I think I will... I want to Heavy Slam the Grimmsnarl so bad. But I think I'll call... Well, the thing is this Grimmsnarl has fake out pressure too, right? I think I'm just going to switch into Lando. And I am going to fake out the Gyarados. We're going to switch out our Heatran. I have to find a way to get Baxcalibur in for free is the thing. Alright, so Lando's going to come in, hit off and Intimidate into the Gyarados, who probably doesn't even have a physical move. So far, it's shown me Icy Wind T-Wave, right? So it's probably Waterfall. So he faked out my hands. Okay, and did you go for T-Wave into Heatran here? He did. Okay, so we were able to read the turn. Now, here's the thing, right? Here's the thing. Landorus is coming in on one of these slots. This is my turn to get in Baxcalibur, right? This is my turn to get in back. So I think I will U-turn. I will U-turn here, or do I just Rock Slide? Because if I get a flinch on Rock Slide, it could be really good. I mean, if I get a crit. I think I'm going to Rock Slide and then Raw switch into Bax here. I think this is the turn where we could get in Bax, because the thing is my Bax is clear Amulet, right? Okay, so he's going for Parting Shot. Okay. So now Baxcalibur is threatening this Landorus hugely, right? Huge threat into the Lando here. I should have went for U-turn so I could have gave myself Fake Out plus Dragon Dance. That would have really won me the game. But this is okay. This is fine. Because I can just Icicle Crash that slot. So Parting Shot into Lando. Lowers my attack again. So now my Lando's -2 here. I really should have U-turned. But this is okay. Rock Slide might be able to crit the Gyarados here, who's probably coming in. Yeah, here's the Gyarados. Okay. So Gyarados is going to get off the Intimidate here. That's fine. Clear Amulet. So now he knows I'm clear Amulet, right? Which is really, really good. So we hit the Rock Slide. A little bit of chip damage. No crits. We are getting pretty unlucky in that regard. So now I can cycle... What would he not hit this? He's not going to hit this. He could U-turn me. But if I go into Heatran, that's probably pretty good here. I guess I'll go into Hands. And the question is do I Dragon Dance? Because he's going to T-Wave me. He's gonna T-Wave me. That Lando wants to swap out. Do I take the Icicle Crash damage now, or do I let him hit the T-Wave? I think I just take the Crash damage now. I almost just want an Ice Shard in case he goes for U-turn here. Alright, I'm just gonna go for an Ice Shard in case he's going for U-turn here. Okay, so he might have went for U-turn here. If he went for the U-turn, we're in a pretty decent enough spot. We'll get rid of the Intimidator here. This is such a long game, and I'm so sorry that this is the game that you guys are gonna have to sit through on YouTube. It's just like, I know his strategy, and it's just deplorable. I'm just not a fan. Alright, he T-Waves the Bax. This was unavoidable. So as good as Bax is because of Clear Amulet in this matchup, there's just no way for me to avoid getting hit by Paralysis here, right? Now, the thing is the Gyarados, even with Paralysis, can't threaten the Baxcalibur. You know what I mean? It's like, now you can switch out that Gyarados, but something's going to take a Wild Charge here, right? So I'm going to Wild Charge into the Gyarados slot. Now, he can Fake Out. I almost wonder if going for Dragon Dance is worth it here. Or if I just go for Icicle Crash damage. I think going for the Dragon Dance is long-term worth it here. Alright, so the Gyarados switches out, but something's gonna take a Wild Charge here. Or I get it. Oh, wow, Ursaluna. He brought 2 ground types. Of course he brought 2 ground types. That's exactly what he would bring. Alright, he fakes out my Iron Hands anyway. Please get the Dragon Dance off. If I get the Dragon Dance off, I might outspeed. Okay, so my Baxcalibur might outspeed this Ursaluna even with the Paralysis, which is really good here. Which is really, really good. Now he might have to force himself a Terra here. So what I am going to do... I could swap into Heatran here. Is my Iron Hands -1 here? Go for... Is my Iron Hands -1? He's not. Alright, I'm gonna go for Wild Charge into this slot here. And then I am going to Icicle Crash into the Ursaluna slot. I'm just going to call a switch to Gyarados here, that he's going to Parting Shot or switch. Maybe he just sets up screens. But yeah, things are going to get tough here, because now I have to beat this Ursaluna, who is Terra Normal. Oh, I could have Drain Punched you? Oh, man, dude. Drain Punch would have been Monka. Parting Shot into the Iron Hand. So I did call this. So -2 Wild Charge into Gyarados. I wonder if that picks up the knockout here. If my Baxcalibur doesn't get Para this turn, I think I like my chances. But it's going to come down to RNG. I told you guys this matchup would be entirely RNG dependent. I feel like I'm playing my booty off, but ultimately it just doesn't truly matter unless I get a little bit of good luck. Alright, Icicle Crash comes out. A flinch here would be monstrous. No. Blood Moon is tough. Are you just going to knock out the Bax in one hit? Oh, Bax holds on. Thank you, Bax. Big Wild Charge into Gyarados. Nice. Okay. So... Okay. Alrighty. So now Iron Hand should win this game, no? I Terra'd the Heatran. He can fake out my Bax for the knockout here. He can fake out my Bax. I need to swap and sack something, which is gonna be Lando. He can fake me out. He can fake me out. But that's kind of okay. I'm just gonna go for Crash again into Ursaluna because it picks up. But he is going to fake out the Baxcalibur here. But this is okay. We're gonna cycle into Lando. He's probably gonna go for Hyper Voice. Lando's gonna take a lot of damage here. But it still gives me a chance to win this game. So let's see how this goes. This is a really good game, by the way. Oh, wow. He faked out the Iron Hands. Whoa, whoa, whoa. You just give me Icicle Crash? Okay! Baxcalibur! Living the Terra Normal Blood Moon. Hitting the double Icicle Crash through Para. Oh my god! Baxcalibur, you beast! Alright, we just Stomping Tantrum here, and we Icicle Crash. I cannot believe how good Baxcalibur was this game. Wow, dude, Baxcalibur went amazing. GG's to my opponent with his annoying double intimidate team. Yeah. Alrighty, here we go. And this is hard Trick Room with like Terra Normal Flareon and stuff. No intimidate. He's got Reggie Drago. He's got Iron Hands. I kind of like Baxcalibur here. I kind of like Baxcalibur. The question is, do I have anything that pressures Cresselia with like a double knockout here, but covers for them having Iron Hands? And I think the answer to that is to bring Bax to go Terra Ghost, bring my Iron Hands to fake out their Cresselia. I think that's pretty good here. And then in the back, Sinistra... I mean, Sinistra beats their hands, but Heatran plus Landorus looks pretty good here. I shall not tell a lie. Although Landorus can be a little bit suspect here, since they have that Glacier. Do I want to bring in the Teacup? I mean, the Teacup is also weak to Glacier, but the Teacup can Strength Sap and do so many good things. Teacup's also probably pretty good into Lurantis, and really good into Iron Hands. I think it's still Lando, though, actually. I might regret that, but I think it's Lando. Teacup does have the ability to reverse Trick Room here, which is why I'm definitely considering that I might have made a mistake. But I think Lando is okay, right? Like, if I can make it where it's not switching in onto an Ice move, which I should be able to do that with Iron Hands pivoting, I think we're okay. So they actually go Cresselia and Flareon, which is super interesting. So what's good about this is I feel really good with Terra Ghost, because Flareon likes to go protect Guts Fachati and stuff. Or do I not even want to bother with that turn 1? Okay, I think I want to go Terra Ghost. I think I would like to Icicle Crash the Cresselia, and then I want to fake out the Cresselia as well. Yeah. Let's see how this turn goes, because I feel like I should have saved my Terra for turn 2, but I also didn't want to risk him just going for like... Yeah, no, I should have saved it because he's Guts, right? And he would have went for Guts Fachati on the next turn. But then again, I can also cycle Intimidate if I feel like that's the case. Alright, so he went for Detect, so I shouldn't have Terra'd. So I kind of showed my hand a little too soon here because I wanted to cover for different things. Rocky Helmet on the Cresselia, that's okay. Here's the Icicle Crash into Cresselia. Okay, so Cresselia's gonna go for Trick Room here. The Flareon, I don't think the Flareon can knock out either slot here. I am going to... I could Breaking Swipe and then Wild Charge. Would that pick up Cresselia? No, we're going to Icicle Crash here. We're not going to play any games. We're going to Icicle Crash, and we are going to Wild Charge here. He could go for Ally Switch, but I feel like he wants Trick Room, right? So Icicle Crash does a really good amount of damage, also has a chance to flinch. Here comes the Wild Charge, which means he did go for Trick Room. Okay, so I might lose one of my Pokemon here, but I successfully deny Trick Room, right? Which means that my Landorus pivots should be pretty good here. Now, one of my Pokemon's gonna take a big hit here. Yeah, Flare Blitz into Bax. Do you live this? Oh, Bax is such a beast. By the way, that's Thermal Exchange. Thank you for the boosts! Love to see it. And my Iron Hands outspeeds the Flareon, so now Flareon's kind of a non-factor here. Depending on what Pokemon they bring in, I can just Breaking Swipe here if they bring in something slow, right? I don't know if they had any... Oh, so they bring in Glacier? Oh, this is Breaking Swipe spam at +1. This is so good for me. This is so good for me. Yeah, so Breaking Swipe. And then... Train Punch the Glacier, or do I cycle Intimidate here? I think I cycle my Intimidate here. I think I'll play smart. Alright, yeah, Breaking Swipe plus Intimidate is gonna... Oh, he just gives up. Just like that, baby! Baxcalibur is taking names and eating booty, baby. Let's go. Yeah, alrighty, here we go. And we have hard... Trick Room, which is not always the most fun thing to play against. I shall not tell a lie here. I think I like Heatran plus Iron Hands here. The Heatran is a little bit not great if they decide that they're gonna go Psy Spam, but I still think it's my better option here. Iron Hands with its Terra Fire covers for, I mean, maybe I just go Lando here, right? I mean, Lando is bad into Lilycole, but like at the same time, if they go after me Eruption, Heatran's just gonna respond with like a lot of damage here, right? Where if I go Lando, I could get some nice little rock slides in there for a chance to flinch and win, which could be pretty good. Or do I just go Hands here? No, I think I go Lando. I think I bring Hands in the back. Sinistry or Baxcalibur here. It's tough to say. They have a lot for Sinistcha. I think it is Baxcalibur in the back, if only just for like late game Ice Shard maybe. This is a really tough matchup for me because like I'm okay into Trick Room, but Psy Spam makes it a little bit rough for me. Since this team doesn't have any dark types, right? You normally don't see a lot of this team on ladder, even though it's kind of like standard Trick Room. It's so standard that people just don't really run it anymore. But let's see how it goes. Yeah, they just go straight up Psy Spam, which I can't say that I 100% blame them, right? Alright, so we get the Intimidate down here. They're going to set up Terrain. They're going to probably get Trick Room up here. Most likely. Now, the thing is they don't pressure the Heatran with too much damage, which is good. Special defense is raised on the Indeedee. I could go Earth Power here, but I know he's gonna follow me, so do I just Flash Cannon here? I think Flash Cannon into the Indeedee is fine. I could U-turn as well, and I think I go for Rock Slide here, because you know what? If I get a cheeky little flinch, then it gives me a chance, right? It just gives me a chance here. But assuming he sets up Trick Room, we'll deal with that, you know? We'll just sack the Lando. It's just that type of matchup where it's so bad that I kind of have to play like this. So they're gonna go Terra Grass. What's crazy about this is, like, I could have, in theory, Terra Blasted the Armarouge, but they're going for Follow Me with all certainty. Yeah, it's very linear play, and they're very likely to actually just win anyway. I might need a little bit of luck here. If I could get a little lucky with one of these Rock Slides, that'd be real nice. Flash Cannon into the Indeedee does, like, not even enough damage. Armarouge did flinch. Hold? He did flinch, which means I get to knock out the Indeedee at the very least here, right? Flash Cannon, the Indeedee, and Rock Slide. Alright, I mean, we got a little bit of luck. Let's see if we can keep up the luck. Wide Guard. Okay. So now you're just banking on Indeedee to set Trick Room. Okay. I mean, that's fine. If I get a Flash Cannon crit, this would be insane, by the way. Also, it being Psychic Seed Indeedee means that Indeedee can make this play. This team is so old. Can you imagine Psychic Seed Indeedee in this economy? He gets away with it, though, because we're not running Urshifu or anything like that. Pretty insane, I would say. Pretty insane. Now, if I Terra, it doesn't necessarily mean anything. I can Protect. If I swap out, doesn't matter. Terra Fire here on the Iron Hands. I don't think it matters. I think I just sacked the Lando here, unfortunately. Yeah, I think I do. Yeah. Helping Hand. Probably just goes for Expanding Force here. Okay. Iron Hands should be able to live an Expanding Force, Drain Punch the Indeedee, and then that gives my Heatran a turn to attack their Armarouge, but the problem is I just can't do enough damage since he's Flash Fire. But then I could bring in Bax, maybe. Yeah, I just don't have the Protects to stop Psy Spam, so this unfortunately is gonna probably end up being a loss here. I'm gonna try and see if I can't get a little bit lucky here. Maybe Flash Cannon crits or something like that, you know? But yeah, Flash Cannon into the Armor Rouge, Terra Fire so that I could live in Expanding Force, and Drain Punch. I could double the Armor Rouge here. It's not a terrible play, actually. Terra Fire, Drain Punch. Yeah, and if they redirect it, they redirect it, right? Because they might just go Helping Hand here. And if they go Helping Hand, then I out the Armor Rouge, right? I think they'll go Follow Me, though. Unless they're expecting Expanding Force to knock out the Iron Hands here. Which it might, but I think Hands holds. They actually go for Helping Hand here. Interesting. Okay, alright, let's see if Iron Hands holds. It's all gonna come down to this. Oh, I'm just slower in Trick Room. Oh, man, I kind of wanted to Drain Punch after. Iron Hands holds actually really well. Flash Cannon comes out. This should knock out the Armor Rouge. Alright, I mean, we're in the game. We are in the game. Oh, man, dude. If that thing wasn't Special Defense Barry, oh, man. I would have been in such a good spot here. Heatran gets to heal up a little bit here. I get to maybe protect, depending on who they bring in. Ursaluna. That is not good. That is not excellent, as the kids would say. Ursaluna just goes for, like, Earthquake and wins, right? We will protect the Heatran. And he used this Terra already. So I will Drain Punch the Earths in case I'm slower. He could Protect, but Protect doesn't make too much of a difference. Do I just Drain Punch the freaking Indeedee here? You know what? I'm going to Drain Punch the Indeedee in case he does go for Protect. But he's probably just going to pick up a knockout here anyway. Indeedee goes for Follow Me, so it didn't matter who I targeted here. Now, is Iron Hand slower than their Earths? Probably not. Headlong Rush into Heatran, so I get a free turn here. That's pretty good. Now the question is, does Baxcalibur live, and do I prefer Baxcalibur to live? Or do I just let, Heatran go down here? This depends on their last Mon. Is it Torkoal? Is your last Mon Torkoal? If it's Torkoal, I believe I still lose. The weirdness disappears, which means Fake Out Pressure is back. Not that I can fake out here. It is Torkoal. Okay. So... and this is the last turn of Trick Room, right? Last turn of Trick Room here. I don't think he's gonna blast off a fire move here. And then Heatran would be pretty good. Oh man, this is tough, because he can Earth Power the Heatran here. Does Earth Power from Torkoal even kill? Alright, I think I swap in Bax here. Because Bax would just lose to the Torkoal, right? Yeah, alright, so I think I swap in the Bax here on that slot. And I go for Drain Punch into Ursaluna here. This is a tough turn, right? The Torkoal could Protect, and you could go for, like, EQ. But let's see how this turn plays out. I read the Earth Power. Baxcalibur's gonna eat that all up, so that was a read. Headlong Rush. Alright, Iron Hands. I'm sorry, brother. Okay, so the Ursaluna's defense falls. Okay, so now I get to bring out the Heatran. Could Earth Power their Torkoal and Icicle Crash the Ursaluna here? Or Heat Wave in Sun is actually just pretty good, right? I wonder if I go for Heat Wave Breaking Swipe. Or do I just... because he's going to protect that Ursaluna, but he might want to protect both slots here. Oh, this is tough to call. I think if I Icicle Crash, I can't necessarily lose. No, he can still knock out, though, is the problem. Alright, I think I'm going to go Breaking Swipe plus Heat Wave here. Do I Earth Power, man? Do I just Icicle Crash Earth Power? I don't think Earth Power kills, though. Alright, Heat Wave and Sun. Come on. Alright. Ooh, he didn't protect either slot. Okay. Come on, Heat Wave. Come on, Heat Wave. I should have Icicle Crash, dude. Okay, double connect in Sun. Okay, we knocked out the Earths. Okay, I think we win because he can only take out one slot here. What's he going for? Eruption. Oh, we're fine. We win. We win. Woo, man, what a game, dude. Oh my god, Baxcalibur just eats it up. Woo, Baxcalibur. Every single game that I brought Baxcalibur to, he just absolutely clutched it. Oh my god, what a clutch, dude. Let's Earth Power so that we can't miss. Woo! Oh, I thought I was gonna lose, but Baxcalibur is a beast! And this Baxcalibur is just EV to absolute perfection. GG's to my opponent. Yeah, alrighty gamers, I hope you enjoyed those games. Baxcalibur went absolutely nutty, buddy. Yeah, really fun team. Enjoy the rental, enjoy the Poke Paste. This team is super duper fun. Thank you guys for watching. Please leave a like if you can. Enjoy the rest of your day, guys, and stay brolic. Yeah.